Hello, you join me with a brand new Toyota Yaris GRMN. That's right, Toyota has made a hot hatch. Who'd have thought it? But is it any good? Let's jump in, find out. Now, before we get started, what does GRMN actually stand for? Well, it is Gazoo Racing tuned by Meister of the Nürburgring. That's really short and snappy. Yeah, catchy. I like it. So, in the new Toyota Yaris GRMN, not really a catchy name, but never mind. So, like my video with the Up GTI, I've only got this car for a very limited amount of time. So, let's get cracking, shall we? Cool. That is rapid. That noise sounds like an angry wasp. It sounds fantastic. So let me tell you what's underneath the bonnet of this very racy little car. Quite bumpy down here, in fact. Right, into fifth, avoid those. Ooh, raspy. So, providing the power of this car is a 1.8 supercharged petrol engine. That's right, Toyota thought, no, we don't want any of that turbocharged nonsense. We'll go with a supercharger. So it produces 209 brake horsepower with 249 newton meters of torque. So it's more powerful than its rivals. It will hit 62 miles per hour in just 6.3 seconds. And the top speed is electronically limited to 143 miles per hour. And yeah, it feels properly quick. No doubt about that. Yes, it's safe to say that the engine in this car does pack a fair punch, but what you may not know is that it's very closely related to the engine used in the Lotus Elise, and Lotus did have a part in developing this car, which bodes well. Of course, a little rocket ship! This thing flies! A little bit of heel and toe, pedals have got a nice spacing between them, and the grip is, well, the grip is pretty phenomenal. Helping to provide this grip is a limited slip differential, as well as Bridgestone Potenza tyres, which are wrapped around 17-inch BBS alloys, which are 2 kilograms lighter per corner compared to the alloys on the standard car. Plus you get uprated brakes, stiffer springs, Sachs performance dampers, and you get a quicker steering rack as well. Now, one of the first things you notice when you step in this car, actually two things. Firstly, these seats. These seats are fantastic. They really are race car spec, so it really outlines the car's racy nature. Right, through here, into fourth. The second thing you'll notice is the firm clutch pedal. Now, I really like it in a hot hatch. I like a hot hatch to have a weighty pedal and to have weighty controls, so that means this car's got off to a great start. Any decent hot hatchback needs to have a good gearbox. There's just one available in the Yaris GRMN, and that is a 6-speed manual. What is it like, Lo? Let's talk about the gear change, because that is, of course, an important aspect about any hot hatch. And the gear shift, I'm happy to report, is fantastic. It's got a nice weight to it. It's short, it's snappy, exactly what you want and need in a hot hatch. The brakes are pretty sharp as well. The brake pedal's got a good amount of feel. And let's talk about the steering, another important aspect of any hot hatch. And the steering is good, there's a good amount of feel and communication. I'm getting a good amount of feedback, so I know what the front wheels are doing. And all in all, this car does feel very accomplished, which is pretty amazing for a brand that, let's be honest, doesn't really do hot hatches. Can you think of the last time Toyota did a hot hatch before this car? I bet you can't. So this car is definitely impressive, for sure. Now, there are some downsides. So, for example, this interior is very sober. It's very, sorry Toyota, but it's boring. You've got this nice leather steering wheel with a centre stripe finished in red. You have got a soft touch to it, so the centre part of the dashboard feels nice and squidgy. But other than that, it's all a bit plain, if I'm going to be honest. But to be honest, you will be having too much fun to care, because this car is a fruity little number indeed. So much so, I'm going to go back for another go. Now, I'll be honest, I wasn't too sure what to expect from this car. And for me, it was very much an unknown quantity. But this car has definitely impressed me. It really picks up pace as if there's no tomorrow. And the delivery, it feels like the kind of delivery you would expect from a bigger hot hatch, sort of hot hatch that's in a class above this car, something like a Focus ST, for example. It feels very muscular for such a small car. Yeah, it's it's pretty staggering. The handling is brilliant. I've got to be honest with you, there's so many things about this hot hatch which I really like. Right, so what about torque steer? So far I've not been able to detect any. Barely any understeer. Oh, this car has actually really impressed me, more than I thought it would. But there are two problems with this car. Firstly, the price. So this car is priced at over £26,000, and for a small hot hatch, that's simply too much for a car like this. The other problem is that they've only made 400, which I think is a bit odd. Toyota, you've made a fantastic product here, but why limit it to just 400? Why limit the car to just 400? It makes no sense, because this car, put simply, is superb. So I don't understand why you would ration this car. This car is so much fun. It should be on the national health. Don't just make 400. Make 4,000. Make 400,000. Make 4 million. It's a fantastic little car. So many aspects of this car make it a great hot hatch. And I think it's sad that only 400 of these have been made. So heading back now to the Toyota stand. So to sum up, the surprising Toyota Yaris GRMN, it's a really cracking little car. Obviously I've only driven it for about 10 or 15 minutes, but it's definitely left a lasting impression on me. Like I say, I wasn't really too sure what to expect from the car, but my word, has it taken my breath away. Toyota, you've done a great job with this car. You just need to make more of them. I cannot understand why you've chosen to make only 400. It makes no sense. But yes, for Yaris GRMN, cracking stuff. I really enjoyed that. In fact, I enjoyed it more than I thought I would, and I would happily go out again in this car because, yeah, simply superb. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, give it a massive thumbs up, and please subscribe for more car obsession.